Okay, so this last week we were meditating quite a bit on Shenrezhi and thus on compassion. And so I keep trying to, help us all understanding what compassion means. Because sometimes we think compassion means making sure everybody's okay. Okay? So you're in a family or in a workplace or wherever you are, and you've got to make sure everybody's okay. Okay? So your brother's okay, your sister's okay, your parents are okay, your husband or wife is okay, your kids are okay, your pets are okay, your boss is okay, your employees are okay, everybody's okay. And you think that's what compassion means. And so you go around trying to make sure everybody's okay. Yeah. Now, are you ever successful in making everybody okay? No. Okay, why not? Because you can't control anybody else's mind. Okay, but we can drive ourselves and other people crazy by trying to make them all okay in the name of compassion, but it's actually a subtle form of trying to control them. Yeah? And they can't exist without me being there to make sure they're all okay. And that's not very respectful of other people, especially if they're adults. You know, I mean, if you have adult kids, your kids are responsible for their own lives. You know, your parents, your siblings, you've got to give them some credit to be responsible for their own lives and stop fussing about them. Because when you fuss and you worry and you're anxious and you try and make them okay, which means you're trying to control them all, yeah, you're feeling totally frustrated by the whole endeavor because you aren't successful. And they feel like, get off my back. Yeah? And I remember some years back there was one woman who wanted to come to our winter retreat, and it was over Thanksgiving. And she thought, I can't come to the retreat. The family, it's not over Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's over Christmas, and everybody's got to be together over Christmas. And if I don't make the big Christmas dinner and invite everybody, the whole family isn't going to be together. And that is a disaster. I mean, worse than them almost shutting the government down tomorrow. You know, worse than the U.S. defaulting on its loans in a couple of weeks. Yeah, worse than thousands of people getting killed in Syria. You know, Christmas isn't going to happen in the family according to how it should. And it's my responsibility. And I talked to her and talked to her and talked to her. And eventually, you know, she came for the retreat. And she wasn't there during Christmas. And lo and behold, the world didn't end. You know, the family had Christmas on their own. Wow. You know? So I think sometimes, you know, we get ourselves all wound up, you know, trying to do things for others in the name of compassion that make ourselves and other people miserable. Yeah? And so it's really much more respectful to give people space and let them figure things out on their own. You know? Because we all know that, our families tried to do their best in raising us, didn't they? Yeah. But we all had to go out and learn from our own experience. Didn't we? And sometimes we made mistakes. And you learn from your mistakes. Or you don't. Hopefully you learn. Yeah? But if you learn from a mistake you've made, then you're not going to make it again. Yeah? So I think it's really important to, you know, especially when you're a parent, your job when your kids are little is to give them the tools to lead their lives. Yeah? Of course, they will take in and absorb whatever they're capable of. But at the end, you know, they have to live their own lives. You know? And similarly, you know, your parents, your spouses, your siblings, you know, everybody's going to make decisions and choices that we don't agree with, but we still have to respect them for doing what they're doing and know that, you know, we can't ensure that they're all going to be okay, especially by our definition of okay. Yeah, they may be okay by their definition and be perfectly happy about it, but we want them to conform to our definition of how they should live. You know, this is craziness, isn't it? Okay? So compassion is not craziness. We have to understand the difference clearly.